Welcome to this practice of Yoga Nidra. Tonight in our session of Queer Nidra, we will be moving into a space to cultivate grace, to celebrate our lives, and to do that with attention and intention through slowing down. The practice is a body practice, it's a physical practice. And in this practice, the body is invited to get comfortable, to be situated in its favorite way. If you like to lie down, this is an invitation to do so, to extend the body or curl up the body. You can be on your back, on your side, on your belly. Again, your body is the most important guest at this event. And so take this moment as you find your place and your position, your nest maybe. Some people make a nest for their practice, in which you are able to treat your limbs, your hips, your spine and your shoulders, your neck and your head, like the most precious objects that they are. You might need to go grab a pillow or a cushion, maybe a blanket or something soft under the knees, under the head. And let's take a few minutes. This is an important piece of the practice. The first stage of this practice is settling. And it's good to make no economies here. It's good to take a moment to ask myself and ask yourself, what do I need to be comfortable? What can I do to be even more comfortable? Sure, you can be fine with a little less, but you can be finer with a little more. So if there's something nearby to bring into the space to accommodate your physical experience, this is the moment. This is the moment to find a position for each foot and each leg, each hand and each arm. Organizing the shoulder blades, the head, the jaw, in their most comfortable position and place. At any moment, if the body needs to shift or change position, again, this is your practice. You cannot do this wrong. The heart of the practice is moving into a space between being asleep and awake. And so there might be a moment in the practice when you fall asleep, and that's welcome. There might be a moment when you think you might be asleep, but you think you might be awake, and that's exactly where the practice takes place. And you might stay awake and alert and be very aware of these instructions throughout the practice. Again, relax, release, surrender, and trust. With the body situated and comfortable, let the awareness move to the sounds around you. The eyes are closed, or the gaze is turned downward, whichever feels safer. And the ears remain open and in the interest of your safety. So the ears move around, listening to everything that is possible to hear. Listen for loud sounds, maybe sounds that are outside or beyond the space you're in. Sounds that are in the same room as you are, sounds of these instructions and any other sounds of life. Bringing this attention, this listening closer and closer into a listening for the breath, listening to the heartbeat, and to any subtle sounds that the body makes as it winds down, as it finds its rest. Take a moment here with the body and the breath and the sounds and this awareness of the physical form, the awareness of the sounds. You might be aware of a smell in the room or a taste in the mouth. And if the eyes are closed especially, let the eyes look and see what they see in the closed eyelids. And if the eyes are just turned downwards, also acknowledge and be aware of what is there in the visual space. It's taking a bit of an inventory of the senses, the sounds, the smells, the tastes, what the eyes do see, closed or open, and what the physical body can feel, feeling the surface beneath that supports this body, feeling clothing or covers that touch the skin, air touching the exposed skin. Being a witness to this body. And allow this awareness to offer gratitude, an admiration perhaps, acknowledgement of all that this body has done today and your whole life. Welcoming the whole body. Let the awareness drop into the space of the heart. And maybe ask there, what would it feel like to slow down? How would it feel to slow down to the speed of the body, to organ speed, to the speed of digestion, the speed of the filtration that the kidneys do all day long? What would that feel like to move at the speed of this body? Listen to the rhythms, to the heartbeat, to the breath. And invite this slowing down. In the next piece of this practice, you'll be invited to move the awareness around the body. In this body rotation, the body stays still. This is a movement of the mind. Take a moment to bring to mind or to heart something that might represent grace, something that might represent celebration. Perhaps something small and graceful, like a flower or a snowflake. Perhaps a classic image of celebration, like confetti or bells. Making a decision for yourself or being open to what the mind picks from the vast, infinite possibility of choices. And there may not even be a symbol and an image. There may just be the movement of the mind. Allow the awareness to move down to the feet. If you're working with a symbol, place that symbol at each heel, the right heel and the left heel. But perhaps this is just an awareness. Perhaps a word like thank you or welcome. To the right heel, to the left heel, to the right foot and to the left foot. Offer this message, this gift to the right big toe and the left big toe. Second toe, third toe, fourth and fifth on the right and the left. At the center of the right foot, the center of the left foot, the right ankle and the left ankle. Moving this awareness, this appreciation, this welcome into the lower legs, the right calf and the left calf, the right shin and the left shin, the right knee, the left knee, right thigh, left thigh, and the back of the right thigh, the hamstrings, and the back of the left thigh, the right hip and the left hip, the right buttock, the left buttock, sacrum at the center of the back of the pelvis. Trace this awareness along the edge of the pelvis to the front, to the pubic symphysis, filling the lower abdomen with this grace, celebration, into the navel and the upper abdomen, around the sides of the waist on the right and the left in the low back, moving this awareness up the lumbar spine, the bones of the low back, from the sacrum up to where the spine meets the ribs, and extending this grace, this celebration into the ribs on the right side in the back and the left side of the back, the right side at the front of the chest, the left side at the front of the chest, to the breastbone at the center of the chest, and the right shoulder blade and the left shoulder blade, and the space between the shoulder blades, into the upper back, right shoulder and left shoulder, right armpit and left armpit, upper arms, right and left, right elbow, left elbow, forearms, right and left, right wrist, left wrist, right hand, left hand, right hand thumb, left hand thumb, index fingers, right hand, left hand, middle fingers, right and left, and the right ring finger, the left ring finger, right little finger, left little finger. Awareness at the center of the right palm, at the center of the left palm. Let the hands hold this celebration. Let the hands hold this grace. Sweep the awareness back up to the collarbones, right collarbone, left collarbone, and the hollow between. Awareness of the neck and the back of the head, right side of the head and the left side of the head, the right ear and the left ear, the temple on the right and the temple on the left, the right eye, the left eye, right cheek and left cheek, the jaw on the right and the jaw on the left. Awareness of the chin, lower lip, upper lip, right nostril, left nostril, tip of the nose, bridge of the nose, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, and eyebrow center, forehead, hairline, and the crown of the head. Be aware of the head and face together, the neck and shoulders, the right arm, fingers to shoulder, and the left arm, fingers to shoulder, the chest and the upper back, low back and abdomen, pelvis, right leg and left leg, together, both legs, together, the trunk, right and left arms, together, neck and head, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body. Be aware of the whole body, resting and breathing, slowing down to dwell in the space of grace, to dwell in celebration. The whole body here, resting and breathing. Watch the breath. Be aware of the inhale and the exhale. Be aware of the breath that comes and goes. Trust the body. The body is always breathing. Let this breath be the autopilot breath that the body knows so well. And let the mind be a witness. Let the mind watch and admire as the inhale arrives and the exhale departs. And let the inhale bring that which this body needs the most. Let the inhale bring restfulness. Let the inhale bring grace. Let the inhale bring celebration. And every exhale makes space. Every exhale creating the capacity for more inhale, for more celebration, for more grace. Watch the breath move in and out of the body. Be with the breath. Just watching the dance of the body and the breath. Old friends, lifelong companions. How gracefully the breath arrives and departs. And how the body celebrates the arrival of nourishment, oxygen, noble gases. And these values, these needs that fill the body with every inhale. Watch the breath. And allow the awareness to gather in the space of the body. Letting the awareness be there in the inner world, in the inner landscape. With this question, where does grace live? In this body? Where does celebration live? In this body? Opening this question and noticing where the awareness goes, where the attention travels to. In the quest for grace, in the quest for celebration. With this awareness of the body, find where in the body is the greatest heaviness. Where is the body heavy? Weighted. Scanning the body to find where this sense of heaviness or weight might feel the strongest, the most apparent to the awareness. And let the awareness move also to discover lightness and weightlessness. Where in the body is the least weight, the least heaviness? Find both the heaviness and the lightness in this body. Welcome both heaviness and lightness together. And in the same manner, open the curiosity to where the body is moving fast. Where is there speed in the body? Acceleration, pressure to go quickly. Where is the body pushing through time? Acknowledging that aspect and discovering where slowness lives in this body. Where does the body open to slowing down by nature? Where in the body is there stillness? Let this mind be aware of both, the fast and the slow, the speed and the stillness, welcoming both in this body. Inviting a third pair of opposites, exploring where the body holds and stores its awkwardness. Where in the body is the lack of grace? Perhaps crabby or jarring words or emotions, protective measures. How does the opposite of grace show up in this body? Where might it be? And where does this body hold grace? Where is the home of grace in this human form? Let the mind scan from the toes to the top of the head for these elements. The body's awkwardness and frustration, and the body's grace. Both human, both welcome. The grace and the lack of grace at the same time. From these pairs of opposites, let this body, this breath, this mind generate the feelings, the sensations that you wish for. How do I wish to feel right now? What would it feel like to be filled with grace? What would it feel like to be filled with celebration? Asking the body to show you what that might feel like. To have access to grace, to have access to celebration. What would you do? How would life look? What actions or activities would happen if you were able to feel the way you wish to feel? Let the mind generate an idea or two, an image or two, or perhaps just plant the seed in the fertile darkness of the inner landscape. How do I wish to feel, and what would I do? How would my life show up if I felt the way I wish to feel? What would be possible? Listening to this inner knowing of the desire and what is behind that desire. What would happen if those feelings, those experiences were available and delivered upon? Allowing this body wisdom to collect and trusting that more answers might arrive later. In sleep, in dreams, sometime in the future, in experiences of nature or surprising moments. So for this moment, collecting whatever is there to be collected, the feelings, the rest, the awareness of breath. Listen again. Listen to the subtle sounds, the sounds of the physical body, the digestion, heartbeat, the sound of the breath. Listen again outside of this body to the sounds in the room, these instructions, and any other ambient local sounds. Listening further away, listening to the world outside the windows, outside the doors. Listening in all of these directions. With the eyes closed, know where you are in this practice of Yoga Nidra. Remembering where this body is resting, the room in which you are. And let yourself feel the breath. Feel the air touch the nose, enter the nostril, move into the throat and lungs. Feel the body expand, inflate with the inhale. Feel the body deflate and soften with the exhale. Feel the breath and feel the whole body. Again, the front and the back of this human form, the right side and the left side. The lower half, the upper half. The outside, the surface, the skin, the container, and the inside. The inner world, the inner landscape, together. The whole body. The whole body. Let yourself know that this practice is coming to an end. You may choose to stay in this state of awareness. You may choose to come out of this state of awareness. And if you're choosing to emerge, let your breath deepen. Let the inhale be a little more effortful, a little fuller, a little deeper. If it feels good and you're choosing to emerge from the practice, invite small movements. Move the tongue in the mouth. Maybe move the eyebrows or the nose a little bit. Wiggle the fingers, move the hands, wiggle the toes, and move the feet. Small movements return to the body, awaken the body. Small movements become larger. Allow the body to guide these movements. Does the body need to stretch or fold up and hug itself? Perhaps the body is happy staying right where it is in its resting space. This practice has come to an end as these movements grow larger and you're choosing to be awake. Let yourself be awake and alert. or let yourself be resting and sleeping. Making those choices. And if you are indeed awake and alert, thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And this practice is now complete. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and leave a comment about your experience. And while you're here, please subscribe to my channel and opt in for notifications to catch the next class I upload. And then head over to olgachwa.com to join in a live event or to work one-on-one with me. I'm here to help.